So guys, you heard that right. These are the Soundcore Aerofit Pros, and they have power, lots of power. We're talking about 14 hours of battery life per earbud. If you wear them combined, you'll get the 14, but if you use them independently, you get 14, 14, and with the case, you'll get a total of 46 hours of battery life. Now, if you happen to extinguish the battery on these guys, fast charging is also available, which means that in 10 minutes, you're going to get 5.5 hours of usage. That's pretty spectacular. Now, mics, 4 mics, and they also have some pretty large drivers, even though these are open ear, which means that they don't go in your ear, but they rest right on top of it, just like you can see right there. You have 16.2 millimeter oversized drivers. Now, the cool thing about this is that, and we'll talk about this more in detail, but when you're talking about bass, these guys have bass. Immersive audio, I'm surprised on how good this audio is given the fact that they don't go in your ear. So this is obviously due to these very large drivers. You have LDAC codec, so the codecs are going to be there for you. You have directional acoustics. You have true 360 spatial audio, and it's made out of this 0.7 millimeter thick aerospace grade titanium wire that's going all the way around here. You're going to be able to see that in a couple seconds. Now, the other thing that's really cool about these is that they have a detachable adjustable neckband, which you're going to see right here. This neckband allows you to use these, let's say, for example, if you're in a very active situation, maybe you're a really strong runner and do a lot of bouncing as you run, well, this is going to be able to make sure that they're secure. They do stay, right, on you. I've had okay experiences with running with them, but if you happen to be someone that's a power runner, you may want to get one of these, or maybe if you're riding a bike or something, you'd want to wear that neckband. Bluetooth version 5.3, and then also IPX5 rated. So, great specs. Let's take a closer look. Now, in the box, you're going to find this case with your earbuds inside, and you're going to find this is the neckband that goes in the back. Now, let's take a closer look at the case, the earbuds, and then we'll go ahead and see more about how this works, because this is a pretty large case. But a couple things. USB-C. When you pop it open, you get this little breathing indicator showing you your battery life, and you'll notice that they also breathe in the inside, which is pretty cool. They're not going to come out easily. You have to push this button, and when you put them back in like this, they're magnetically guided into place. So really nice case, and even though it's larger like this way, it is very thin. Now the earbuds themselves are open ear, right? So we'll take them out. You'll notice that they have some contact points right here. You notice here that you have your contact points. Notice how big, again, that speaker is. Now, the thing about this is when you are listening to music, I'll just give you a heads up on this. If you're listening to it too loud, other people are going to hear, but you don't have to go loud to really enjoy it. It's just a heads up. Now, you do have a physical button right here, right? And here's your physical button right here. And this is going to work with all your standard commands, right? Things that you'll be able to turn on and off. If you think about your, play, pause music, they're multifunction, and there's an app that you can use to configure this. And you'll notice here how it comes out. So this is your battery, your mic, everything is nicely included here. Now you do have this part right here, which is going to be your neckband. And let me show you that your neckband is adjustable, right? So you can see how you can extend that out to have that right there holding up those earbuds. Now to connect them, they're pretty straightforward, right? All you got to do is put them in place just like this, and each one like this, and now all of a sudden you have something that looks like this, right? Put these on with the neckband. Now let me show you what they look like. Pretty cool. And in my case, I can tighten them. All I have to do is like this, tighten them like that to get them really close. What I like about them is that with some other, let's say, loop type bands that I've had, they kind of come out a lot. So if I lay back, so if I push back, you'll see this, I'm not competing with them, or like, for example, I wear my earbuds sometimes when I'm in the bed, sitting back, maybe reading a book or watching a movie, and I'll put some earbuds on, and as I lean back, it pushes here. Or I'm on the bus, on the train, it pushes back. These, I don't feel that problem whatsoever because of how they're adjusted. Now, to take them off, pretty straightforward. All you do is you pull this part at the bottom off just like this, right? And then what I would do is just push it back in like this to make them small. Again, all right, put them on the side, and then I can just put these on again. Now you'll notice I'm wearing glasses, right? So these are glass friendly. What they look like without it, right? And if I shake, These guys are going to come out. They go around the cartilage of my ear, and they're very comfortable. They don't really feel heavy at all. So now let's talk about audio experience. Now with these guys, I was surprised. They have bass. They really have bass. And again, they're an open ear design, right? So they're not going into your ear canal. I would also say that I have an immersive experience with these. That is something that I found really interesting because, again, they don't go in your ear. Now, you do hear everything that's going on around you, and these are great for a lot of reasons. So first of all, if you're a runner, if you're an athlete, if you're working out and you want to be situationally aware, these are going to work. The other thing is if you suffer any kind of blindness, these are great also because you don't really lose that sense of hearing because you can hear everything around you as well. They're loud. They're just great when it comes to overall music experience, and they do come with the Soundcore app that you can personalize and customize what you hear and how you hear it.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different, still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments, doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors, they kinda tell me what I'm thinking. Bass.
Now, next we're going to do a call quality test of the Aerofit Pros in a quiet environment. If we take a look at our decibel readings, anywhere between 25 and 27 decibels of noise. It's going to switch. Now, this is what the Soundcore Aerofit Pros sound like in a quiet environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Next, let's add some wind to the environment. Now, this is what the Aerofit Pros would sound like with wind in the environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now, next we're going to do a call quality test of the Aerofit Pros in a noisy environment. As you can see here, we've added significant noise, anywhere between 40 and 77 decibels of noise. What we're going to do is we're going to stay quiet to see how much the Aerofit Pros are canceling, and then we'll continue with the audio test. Let's go ahead and switch. Now, this is what the Aerofit Pros would sound like in a noisy environment. This is our test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now, if you're wondering what they would sound like with an infant crying in the background, this is what they're going to sound like with an infant crying in the background. Now, if you're wondering what they're going to sound like with a dog barking in the background, well, this is what they're going to sound like with a dog barking in the background. Now, if you're wondering what they're going to sound like with a doorbell ringing in the background, well, this is what they'll sound like with a doorbell ringing. So, guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.